Hello. All right, hold on. Hi, everyone. All right, hold on. I'm trying to figure this out. Looking for the comments and stuff, and they're not coming up again. Let me see here. I don't know why Facebook keeps doing this to me. I don't know. All right, I see Lisa on. All right, maybe. There we go. All right, I see the comments. If you're joining, pop on, say hello so I know you're here. Hi, Lisa. I always want to play around with these filters, but most of them kind of suck, except for that one. I kind of like that one. All right, let's leave that one. All right, who else is here? I see Lisa. I'm super stoked to be sharing the magic with you guys today. All right, 7 people on. Hey, Monica. Whitney. Rocky. Hello. Awesome. Cool. All right, so if you're here, give me love, say hello, and I'm going to get started because you guys know I love to just get down and dirty with the live streams and really just dive in and give you guys the goods and not take up too much of your time because I know that's valuable. Hey, Carrie, Erica. Thank you, Rocky. Actually, it's not staying like this, so don't fall too much in love. Hey, Jessica. Hey, Jen. All right, Jen, you have my maiden name. I don't know if you know that. But you actually have my maiden name, which is really funny. Yeah, Rocky, I'm actually going a little bit later, so when I live stream on Monday, it's going to look a little bit different. Hey, Erica. Cool. All right, we have about, I think, 15 people on right now. Jessica, my dear, is on. Christina. All right, hold on. I just did something, and now I can't figure out how to do it. Let's see. There's a way to pin this post. Now I can't figure it out. Hey, Danya. Kimberly. Okay, I can't figure it out, but we'll figure it out later. All right, Katanya says, I'm excited to learn from you. Awesome. So I also pulled some of the questions that you guys had yesterday, and I have those here so we can talk about that. Hey, Jennifer Lee. Awesome. So, first things first, and this is actually going to be one of the very first things that I dive deep into in the Extreme Manifestation Experience, but I wanted to share it with you, everyone, whether you join me or not, because it's such a powerful thing and something that you can really start doing right now in your business to completely change your life, change your circumstances, change your mindset, change your beliefs, create relationships, create, events, anything really, money, clients, just wealth in general, homes, cars, like anything that you want, this will work for. And it's why I'm so passionate about it, because it's not just business, it's not just strategies, it's not just tactics, but it's really becoming a person who believes that they can have everything. And so I'm going to share with you my secret weapon today, the one thing that is just completely changed my life over the last, probably been doing this since about April of this year, really hardcore. I mean, I did it differently before, and I was doing all other kinds of methods to like manifest and things like that. But this one thing that I'm going to share with you today has been so powerful for me and really changing things really fast. And that's one of the things a lot of you have asked is like, how do I do it fast, right? Like, how do I manifest $200 today? How do I manifest my dream guy in a week? How do I manifest weight loss? How do I manifest 10 clients by the end of December? So I'm going to share with you guys today. Oh, okay. I just want to say hi to some people that are on here, and then we'll get started. Jessica, you change your hair often. Me too. The only problem with that is, you kind of got to change everything on your website as well. People don't recognize you, Hey, Nadia, Sherry, Morgan. All right, cool. So my secret weapon. is this. It is my journal, or you can call it a diary. Remember when you were 14, 13, 15 years old and you had this diary that you would write all your stuff in? You would write your feelings, your emotions, what happened that day. You would talk about a cute boy maybe that you talked to in class. I mean, I know I used to do that. I don't know about you guys, but I used to be a writer. And I used to write a lot. So it really is no wonder that this is making a comeback in my life and really affecting everything literally in my life. So for those of you that are joining me for the experience, I am going to ask you to get a fresh one of these. It doesn't have to look like this. This one is just very beautiful. I love it. It makes me feel good. It's big. It allows me to write a lot of stuff in it. And if you notice here, I have a little saying on here. Hopefully it's not backwards. I think it might be backwards just because of the way the Facebook Live is, but essentially what it says is the better it gets, the better it can get. And that is something that I learned from one of my mentors and one of my coaches, Jesse Elder, on just really understanding the power of like this momentum that you get when you start to have evidence of the things that you desire and the things that you manifest, and you start to see other people that have the things you do, or maybe you get a little inkling of, you know, what that is. So the better it gets, the better it can get. So keep that in mind. Yeah, it's backwards. I didn't know it was. And this one, guys, if you guys really like this one, Barnes & Noble's. That's where I got it. So this one's kind of fresh, kind of new. So I only have a few pages in here. But as you can see, and in what I wrote yesterday, I mean, I'm writing pages upon pages every day about the things that I desire, and I'm going to talk exactly about what I write, and maybe I'll share with you some of the things that I actually write in here. And then, like I said, I have some questions from you guys on the actual process and how to do it. So one of the things I also do is I date. I put a date. So for today, I would actually write the date and then write out my reality, which I am, you know, really with this, the point of that is that I can actually look back. I can look back on some of my old journal entries and just see how quickly these things happen. All right, cool. So I'm going to turn off the comments real quick just so I don't get distracted. I see a couple people here. Jessica, Rick, hello. Hey, how cute. Now I'm going to be all embarrassed. All right, I'm turning off the comments for just a second so I can talk to you guys about what I actually do so that you guys can take notes and start doing it for yourself. So essentially what I do in this notebook is I am writing down literally everything that I desire. And the key here is that I'm writing it in the present tense or in the past tense. So I'm talking about these things as if I already have them, as if they're already done, they're already in existence. What I notice a lot of people making the mistake on is that they are actually saying things like, I want this, or I'm going to, or I will have that. And when you put something in the future in that way, it's always going to be like right outside of your reach. It's always going to be just right out there where you can't reach it. So what you have to do is you have to get into this mind frame of it's already done, I already have it. And for me, what I do is I actually go through all the areas of my life. I go through how I want to feel when I wake up in the morning. I go through my relationships, how I want to feel in the relationships, who I want to be in relationships with. I talk about my body, my health. I talk about my clients and who they are and the people that I want to attract. I talk about my finances, my business, and the things that I want in my life, even physical things, you know, having certain cars, driving a certain car, living in a certain house. So really what you're basically doing is you're daydreaming. You're daydreaming about the things that you really want, and you're opening to just endless possibilities, because the reality is that we literally can have anything that we desire, and we can have everything that we desire. And one of the things that I used to get caught up on was that I couldn't have it all. Just the way that I was brought up and my old beliefs, I really thought that I could only have certain things that were really good in my life. And if those things were really good, then other parts of my life had to be shit. And I proved that to myself over and over again, even up until the beginning of this year. You know, my business was doing great, finances were great, but my personal relationships were bad. I was in a romantic relationship that wasn't very good. I was about 20 pounds heavier, maybe a little bit more. And, you know, I didn't have that great of a relationship with my family. And for me, I thought that was normal. I was like, well, you know, I can't really have it all. Who am I to be perfect? Who am I to have everything that I desire? And I think a lot of you may have those beliefs as well, is that if there's something, one part of your life that's doing really, really well, that the other parts have to suffer. And what I love about the journaling process is that you're daydreaming that you can literally have it all. Everything that you want. You can be skinny and rich and have the most amazing boyfriend on the planet and drive a badass car and have a client roster that's full, and you can literally have it all without sacrificing. And so that's what I do daily. I literally write the reality that I want into existence, and I go step by step, and I get very, very detailed. I think it is super important to get clear. A lot of people don't get clear. If you've watched my previous live stream, I talk about having that clarity and really, really knowing what you want, because every moment of every day you're getting what you ask for. So if you either don't ask specifically or you're asking for the wrong things, you are going to get it. And so one of the examples I gave was, you know, when I first started wanting to manifest a man into my life, I was focused on totally the wrong things. I was focused on, you know, the hair color and the height and, you know, what he looked like. And those men were coming into my life, believe it. I was getting lots of them, but I didn't dive into how I wanted to feel, who I wanted this person to be. And so I, looking back now, know that I actually was getting what I was asking for, but I was asking for the wrong thing. So the number one thing here is to be really clear about what it is that you desire and be very specific. The second thing is consistency. You know, I share this process with a lot of people, and some people start and some people might do it for a couple days, or they might do it every other day, or they might do it once a week. But the reality is you have to do it every day, because you are reprogramming the beliefs that you already have. You know, I don't know how old you guys are, but, you know, I'm almost 36. So a lot of the beliefs that I've had up until now, I've had my entire life. There are things that have been embedded in my head for 30 years. Maybe for you it's 20, maybe for you it's 40 or 60, or, you know, however old you are. So by doing this process, you are essentially retraining your brain to think what you want it to think. Right now, we just go by our default and, you know, whatever our beliefs that we got from other people, because most of the beliefs we have right now aren't even from us. I used to believe that rich people were bad, you know, and that people didn't like people who were rich. And I got that from my dad. I used to think making $40,000 a year was normal. And so I made $40,000 a year in my first year of business because I thought that was normal. So by doing this consistently, by having the clarity around what you really desire, you will be able to create it. So clarity is key. Consistency is the next thing. You have to be clear, have to be concise, and you have to do it daily until you start to believe it. One of the things that kept coming up in the thread that I posted yesterday was people were like, how do I do this if I don't believe it? Or how do I get past not believing, right? Because it is hard at first when you're trying to like daydream and think about all of the things you want. There is that little voice in your head that's going to say, yeah, right, that's not happening. What are you talking about? And you start to doubt yourself even more. The consistency in this process is what's going to help you overcome that. When I first started writing a lot of these things, I would have that voice in my head. But instead of letting that voice like stop me from doing it or stop me from thinking bigger, I would just dismiss it. And I would do it by continuing to get into this mode of just excitement and expansion and really looking towards the things that I wanted in my life. So if you're doing it, if you're just starting doing it and you're not sure how you're going to overcome that belief, just really look at it as a daydream. Like you're writing a story. And that's a way to kind of take yourself out of it, so that you can start to believe it. And the consistency is going to back that up. And along with that, you're going to start seeing evidence of the things that you desire. You're going to start to see little things happen for you, maybe big things happen for you. And what you do with that is you collect that evidence, because evidence equals confidence. And the more evidence you see that what you're writing down and what you're searching for is out there for you, the more you're actually going to believe it. So the way that I do the process is each morning I set aside time for myself. I wake up before my son wakes up, and I put my headphones on, I get into the mode, I get excited, I have my music, and I just start writing. And I don't write for very long. It might be 10 minutes a day, it could be 20 minutes a day. Really, it's whatever you desire. If you only have 5 minutes, at least do it for 5 minutes. Wake up 10 minutes earlier, go to bed 10 minutes later. I like to do it in the morning just because it sets me up to have a really amazing day. So I set that time aside, I write. And usually what I do is I go through certain areas of my life. So first I'll start with how I want to feel, who I want in my life, who I want to be. I want to be a leader. I want to be a powerhouse. I want to have millions of people following me on social media. I'll talk about my feelings. I want to wake up every morning energized and refreshed. I want to be inspired and creative every day. I'll talk about money and clients and the people that I actually want to call in. I call in 25K clients. All of my clients pay me in full. My clients are savvy and successful business owners who are going to take over the world. I talk about my relationships. You guys saw the post where I manifested the perfect man and the perfect relationship into my life. And I did that by being very specific about who I wanted him to be and who I wanted to be in that relationship. So essentially, I'll just go through those different areas of my life. If you don't have time, then I would recommend one to focus on. So maybe right now you really want to focus on your business and getting clients and calling in the right people into your business, then just focus on that for now. But always remember to think about the feelings. So if you're wanting to call in clients or money or finances or anything like that, why do you want to call it in? It's because of a specific feeling that you want to achieve by having that. So by having that money or by having those clients or by having those opportunities, what is that going to do for you? Who is that going to help you be? How are you going to feel? So write about the thing, but don't forget to write about the feelings, because the feelings are what really drive this forward and what really makes it real. Do you guys want to hear maybe something that I've written in my journal lately? Let's see. All right. Going back over here, everyone says, gotta listen to the replay. All right. Yeah, I turned the comments off just because I didn't want to get distracted. I wanted to make sure that you guys were getting the content that I wanted you to get. Pollyanna says it's so energizing, helps you conquer the day. Yeah, and that is really the thing. Like, it just makes you feel good. And that is the point. If ever there comes a time where you don't feel good about what you're doing or your mindset practice or your manifestation process, then you need to kind of check in and make sure that it's in alignment. So any of the stuff that you do when it comes to manifesting, it's got to feel good. It's got to feel 100%. Elvia says, hi. Danya, yes. Maddie says, add feelings and a deeper meaning to your manifestations. Yes. Yeah, feelings are definitely the key to this all. And this is why, I was actually going to do a post about this on why I thought The Secret, the movie, the book, whatever, one you watched, was bullshit. I didn't believe it. I wanted to believe it. I wanted to, really just get into it. And at that point in my life, I was trying to change my life and, expand. And this was about, I'm going to say it was about 13 years ago when I first read that book, and I didn't understand. I really thought, if I just visualize and I just put this stuff out there and I just write, like, it's going to happen. And I completely missed the step about A, believing it, and B, feeling it. So totally need to get there. Let's see. Corinne says, do you write different things each day? If you focus on your business each day, do you write different things? Okay, great question. Someone asked me this on the last live stream as well. Everything is pretty repetitive because I am trying to train myself that this is my reality, that this is normal. So a lot of the things that I write daily are the same. It's very similar. It's not exact, and it doesn't have to be exact, because the more I write and every day that I write, I get more and more clarity, or I'll add things, or maybe I'll take things away. But yes, it's pretty repetitive, what I'm actually writing in the journal. So if I'm writing about my clients and who they are, very repetitive, and usually I'll keep that on repeat until I actually get it. So for example, when I talked about the relationship, I was writing the same thing for a week. Now that I have the relationship, I don't really talk about, who I want to attract, because I already have it. Now what I do is I talk about how I want to feel in the relationship, and the things that I desire to come out of the relationship. So typically very repetitive, and that is okay, because the more you repeat it, the more you're embedding it into your head and into your mind and into your heart, and the more that you are just reinforcing the fact that this is true for you and that this is reality for you. Andrina says, a creative visualization brings in the emotion. Let me see. Oh, Carrie, you just posted your thoughts about The Secret. Yes, absolutely. It missed a lot of parts, I feel like. Danya says, the only thing you do in the mornings. Yes, I would like to hear something you recently wrote. Yes, so this right now is the only thing that I do in the mornings. I used to have a practice where I did like 10 different things. I was doing hypnotherapy and gratitude and I am statements, and I was doing all kinds of stuff, and it did work a little bit. But once I got my groove with the journaling and figured out how well it actually works, that is where I put most of my focus right now. And I've said this multiple times recently, is that I really feel so powerfully that this works, that sometimes I'm scared to write in my journal. I'm actually scared to write in my journal the wrong thing, because I know how powerful it is. And I know that if I write a statement or if I put something out there, it's happening, period. I mean, there's been times where I've actually said, something really amazing is going to happen to me tomorrow. And then literally 12 hours later, I get an invite to an amazing dinner with like Marie Forleo. So it's just been really, really awesome. Carrie says, felt like it was almost a disservice. Yeah, I guess maybe there needs some kind of disclaimer there, Carrie. But all right, so let me share with you guys some of the things that I wrote so you can see how I actually write it. And like I said, stay away from the future tense. So stay away from saying things like I'm going to, I will, and things like that, because that's just always going to keep it away from you. So make sure that you are writing in the present tense or past tense as if it's already done. One other things, okay, Elvia, you don't have time. You have 5 minutes. If you don't have 5 minutes for yourself, then that's a big problem. I would wake up 10 minutes early and commit to it. We all have time. Oh, Jacqueline, that was one of the questions. Do you have to write it out? I sometimes say my intentions out loud. Does that mess up the consistency? For me, I feel the writing is powerful, but like I said, you have to do what feels good for you. So if it feels good for you to just say it, or it feels good for you to just visualize it, or it feels good for you to type it, I find that the actual writing enforces it. So writing always preferred over typing. If for some reason I don't get to write in my journal, I will grab my phone and I'll type something in the notes just so that I can get into that mind frame and that feeling. So I have done that, but for the most part, I actually write everything down. Kim says, I agree. It has worked for many years for me. Danya says, wow, I'm eager and excited to build this momentum. And that's the other thing, Danya, too. It is that immersion into this reality. It's the immersion into this lifestyle and believing in it. And it's not going to take just one day, and it's not just going to take one time for you to hone this in and for this to start working for you. It's the consistency, which is exactly why I created the Extreme Manifestation Experience, because I want you guys immersed in this process and in a bunch of other processes that I do, that I infuse into this. So that is exactly what it is all about. All right, cool. So I want to share with you, let's see, sometimes I can't read my writing. I'll tell you that, because I get so in the zone, and I get so like excited about what I'm doing. And someone commented yesterday that they didn't see any scribbles or mistakes or anything like that, and it's because if I make a mistake or if I spell something wrong, like, I usually just keep going. I don't worry about it. You know, this is really just for me. All right, let's see. Let's talk about, all right, so this was just a couple days ago. It says, my life is incredibly amazing. I am happy and fulfilled. I am in love. I have the most amazing people in my life. I am fully supported, connected, and loved in always, always. That is actually one of my declarations that I've shared with you guys, something that we'll be doing in the Extreme Manifestation Experience. It is, I am fully supported, connected, and loved in always, always. My helpers and my guides are divinely showing me the path, and I receive the messages and the nudges. I am a clear channel and receiver for the message I need to get out to thousands and millions. Things feel so good and they flow. That's the feeling part, right? Everything I do is easy, effortless, and fun. I am so creative and inspired. I wake up every morning refreshed and energized. Life is grand. I have everything I want. I get everything I want. I'm a powerhouse female leader. I am strong, tenacious, and unstoppable. I am limitless. Time and space have no meaning when it comes to manifesting my desire. Everything happens so fast, and everything happens just like that. That is another one of those beliefs that I have put out there, is that this stuff doesn't have to take long. We believe that it has to take long. We believe that losing 20 pounds has to take 6 months or a year. We believe that finding the man of our dreams means we have to kiss 50 frogs. We believe that in order to start making money or generating clients in our business, that we have to hustle and struggle for years before we can actually make that happen. So many new and creative ideas flow to me like a faucet, and I know exactly how to monetize them swiftly. I am so happy in my relationship. Our relationship is so incredible, open, honest, and raw. I can be myself when I'm around him, and vice versa. So I'm going into like everything, right? How I actually want to feel, my relationships, my business, who I want to be, who I am, my essence, my being. So that is just a little bit. I will share with you guys more, those of you who decide to jump in on the Extreme Manifestation Experience with me. And that is another one of those things. It's one of the things I wrote about, is that I have these creative ideas that flow to me. I'm a clear channel for a message that needs to get out to millions and thousands of people. So this is what I'm doing. This is why I'm doing it. Even though it's something completely different than what I normally do, I feel called to do it, and I feel called to share this with you guys. So for those of you who have not seen the post or not gotten the emails yet about it, the link right above this live stream, it should be above this live stream. It's jenscalia.com/EME. E as in elephant, M as in Mary, E. So Extreme Manifestation Experience. And we start Monday. I got the feeling, and I was like, I need to do this. I was going to push it off to December 1st. I thought, oh, maybe we should start December 1st. But, you know, I'm ready to go. And I am ready to take whoever is ready to go with me. We start on Monday. It's a 30-day, basically a 30-day challenge. I'm running it like a challenge. Each day you're going to get a specific prompt, something that you will do. You will also be journaling. I'm going to go into more depth about how I do this. And I designed it in a way for you guys to actually do it, be active in it, experience it, and immerse yourself in it. And I'm just asking you to commit 20 minutes a day to this process, but to a very refined and defined and clear process that you can take and do over and over and over again. And the cost is super cheap. It's $200. $197. There's also a split payment in there. If you can't afford the $200, you can do 2 payments of $99. it is a no-brainer. If you really want to start to manifest and bring in the things that you desire in your life, click the link that's above here and join us. Don't wait. I don't know if I'm going to do it again. If I do, it's probably not going to be for $200, but I am super excited. The energy is crazy. We already have, I believe, 40 people in there. I just announced it this week, and those are the people that are ready. They're ready to go. They're ready to make changes in their lives. They're ready to make this stuff happen fast. Another one of my keys to manifestation is making swift decisions. Is actually knowing when something's calling to you, or knowing you have a gut feeling that you should be somewhere or do something or call someone, and doing it and just taking action. Definitely a key to not just manifestation, but just success in general, is making that swift decision. Dawn says she can't wait to get started. Danya is doing it. She is super happy. Katanya has joined. She's ready to go. Ashley, some of us caught the live. Amazing. Shannon's here. Melissa, the details are above. Lots of you on the line. Yay. Pollyanna, it's the responsibility of a consistent practice. Love it. I'm so glad you created it. Exactly. It is the consistency. And once you do it, so I started this process. This is actually module 1 of, it wasn't exactly module 1, but mindset was module 1 of my new course, Get Paid. And one of the things was for them to make a daily declaration. They're still doing it 3 weeks in, because it is so powerful. It so works. It puts you in this zone to like just create and have things happen for you. It's really, really an amazing, amazing thing. So any questions about the actual process, any questions about the experience and how that's going to happen. Seema's here. What's up, Seema? Corinne is in. She can't wait. Erica is in. She's super excited about it. Yeah, we have a powerhouse group of people that are already in there, and that is the other thing, is really immersing yourself in this, especially if maybe you're on the fence, or maybe you've tried to do some manifestations before but it hasn't really worked for you, or you feel like, oh my gosh, I'm doing this stuff, I'm doing it over and over, I'm writing in my journal, I'm doing it, but it's not working, right? There's probably something missing. There's probably some missing pieces there. So what I want to do is get you and like literally immerse you in this process, so that it becomes like, number one, it's magic. Number two, it becomes just something that you're doing on a daily basis because it feels good and you actually see it working. Hey, Seema. JJ, yeah, you can just watch the replay when this ends. Pollyanna, would this work well if you're already working privately with mindset? Yeah, I think so, Pollyanna, only because it's not really mindset based. I mean, yes, it's particular mindset, but it's more manifestation than mindset for this thing. And it's, like I said, it's really going to be run like a challenge. So every day you're going to get a prompt to do something to call in those things that you desire. Mindset, I feel like, is definitely at the next level of this stuff, but I feel like everybody can benefit from learning how to manifest the things that they want in their life. I'm already manifesting super well, but I want to supercharge it. Exactly. And that's how I was too. I mean, I didn't even notice how well I was manifesting. And people would always say like, Jen, you're such a manifester. And then I would get that thing like, oh, wow. Yeah, I really did manifest that. That's crazy. Right. So, along with the immersion, it's also the awareness of like, noticing when those, even the littlest, slightest things happen that support what you desire, right? I don't know what that is, Carolyn. Hopefully that's a good thing. Ashley, can we pay via PayPal? Yes, I believe you can, but only if it's the pay in full. I don't know if you can do the split pay through PayPal. If you have any questions about that, just email Courtney. Courtney is my OBM. It's support@jenscalia.com, and she will help you out with that. But you should be able to do PayPal. I had a lot of people do PayPal so far. All right, cool. Does anybody else have questions? I'm going to let you guys go. I like to keep these short and sweet, but very powerful. So I really hope that a lot of you join me for the 30-day extreme manifestation experience, because it is going to be the bomb.com. I am super excited. We're getting started on Monday. We are not playing around. I don't play that, right? It's happening fast. It's happening right now. Jump on board with us, and I promise you, your life is going to change, and your life will probably change within the first 7 days. Because that's what happens in my other groups, and that's what happens with my other students, is once they're getting in that flow, it's over. It's done. You're getting everything that you want. All right, guys, so I'm going to wrap up. I got my baby boy's birthday today, and he is in the other room. Going to get him some cake and have a blast with him. But thank you all for being on today. I know we had a lot of people on. I hope that you got something out of this. Hopefully you will start journaling, whether you decide to join us for the experience or not. Get your notebook and start the process. I promise you it will change your life. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.